What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter? It's your boy Tone202. And All Points Game of Thrones. All Points Dragons. Uh so they show the CGI dragon. These CGI dragons are so good. But they showed they always show the same dragon, and it's probably going to be the one Daenerys ends up riding, because now we know that she has decided to stay in Marine and rule. And since she's going to do that, she in what she's ruling is she's ruling all the slaves that are in the slaves of Yunkai, the slaves of Marine, and the slaves of Astapor. Now, she freed all three of them, but Astapor and Yunkai have been taken over. Astapor has been taken over by the same lords who she pretty much got rid of. She didn't kill them all. And enslaved people again. And then Yunkai has been taken over by the Yunkish, or whatever their name is, and they're all the same people. Actually, the people from Yunkai, the people from Astapor, they're all the same, like Middle Eastern type of people. So they're all the same. But nonetheless, so two cities have been taken back, and one of them has been taken back by a guy calling him the Supreme something. But basically, he's a brutal killer, is what he is. So he took it back and then started enslaving people again. So Daenerys is deciding, you know what? I'm not going to go and sell for Westeros. I'm going to keep the people who I freed free. Now, if you look at Westeros lore, I like to go back to that. When the Valyrian people they were like herders. They were like slaves themselves. You know what I mean? Until they came upon the dragons in the mountains of the volcanoes, and then pretty much learned how to relate with the dragons, and then ride them, and then into victory. And what did they do? The Valyria pretty much took over all three of those cities. So what she's doing is what her ancestors did thousands of years ago. Actually 300 years ago, because that was when the Valyrian rule started in Westeros. That's when Aegon Targaryen, the Targaryen rule pretty much came into Westeros. So what she's doing is the same thing the Targaryens did thousands of years ago, before the Doom came and swallowed up old Valyria. And then, they had a new Valyria, and then so on and so forth. And then Aegon sailed west into Westeros, so on and so forth. But nonetheless, so she's going to do the same thing. And eventually, I think she's still going to go towards Westeros. I just think she is. I think eventually she's going to head towards Westeros. And I think she's not going to have a choice, because the Yunkai, those people are in deep with people that Dany does not know about. So what could really happen to her is she could get surrounded by 3 armies. And she has 8,000 unsullied, who are loyal to her, but there's also 2,000 sons of, I forgot what their names are, but they're not loyal to her. They're loyal to gold. They'll turn on her in a minute. So this whole thing is playing out. It's just going in a circle of what had happened years ago. So that's just my opinion. Somebody tell me what you think. It's your boy Tone202, and peace.